Welcome back in to News 11 Midday, everyone. We're joined, as we know, from time to time by Will Royal, our producer extraordinaire, media journalist, what do we call it?
Multimedia
journalist. And but he is a sports guru here and joins us for sports talk from time to time. It's Final Four weekend. We scheduled this about 3 weeks ago, not knowing who would be in the Final Four before the tournament ever happened. You're a University of Alabama graduate, and I'm a Tide fan. I had Alabama going out in the second round. I don't know how far you had them going, but
I had them in the Sweet 16.
I don't think anybody foresaw. Now, our Al Brown here did pick them to win the national championship, but not many had them going to the Final Four.
No, even the diehards. Lifelong Alabama fan. I've seen a lot of Alabama basketball teams. We've never been able to make that Sweet 16 hump over Nate Oates. But here we are. We beat North Carolina, we beat Clemson, and now we are playing the role of David against Goliath against the reigning national champions UConn tomorrow night. And that's going to be a game, to say the least.
And I've seen a lot of Bama teams. I was in Tuscaloosa a long time and went through the Sanderson era where he had teams that were good enough to go to the Final Four. I mean, last year's team, maybe the best in the country, but this one just all of a sudden, came out of nowhere. And as you say, the football team is used to being in the role of Goliath, and now now we've got a UConn team that looks almost unbeatable. Will.
Yeah, they have won pretty much all their games in the tournament last year and this year by double digits. The closest margin was 13. They look to be the world beater, and they have all season. They basically swept through the Big East, a lot of good out-of-conference games. They rightfully deserve to be the number one seed. We haven't seen a number one overall seed win the tournament since, I think, Florida, all the way back in 06-07. Yeah. We haven't seen a repeating champion since 06-07 Florida. We could be seeing that this weekend, and this is me trying to be as unbiased as possible. But
they're undoubtedly the favorite. The other side sees Purdue against NC State, a Cinderella. We will get our picks on those ball games after the break. All right, back with Will Royal talking sports talk. Final Four: Bama, UConn, Purdue, NC State. This NC State team is unbelievable. Only a 40-foot shot in the second round of the ACT keeps them alive. They've gone on an unbelievable roll. I keep picking against them. I'm going to go ahead and hop on the bandwagon, probably too late. I'm going to go with them to pull the upset.
You see, I had them winning their first-round game against Texas Tech. But then again, we all were thinking Kentucky was going to win their game against Oakland, and then the twin of Patrick Talbot goes on and sinks it for Oakland, if you want to call it that.
I just believe in them. I don't know why, but Purdue looks like a better team to me.
Yeah, Zach Edey just was named AP Player of the Year literally moments ago.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. He's 7'4". He's averaging 25 points a game. He's going to be a good first-round pick, but someone who's better, a bigger big man, is Donovan Clingan. He's going to be a top 10 pick.
Yes.
But prediction time. Well, first, let's talk about women's, because I know you want to talk about Caitlin Clark for a second.
Yeah, that's been an unbelievable. It felt like we were watching the national championship the other night
against LSU.
And I always got to remember they've got teams like UConn is snuck. I don't know how a women's UConn team can walk into the Final Four. Adjust your mic a little bit. That's what they were trying. They were just bumping up against your collar is all. UConn has snuck into this. I know everybody wants Iowa and South Carolina. I think that's what they're going to get. I really do. I think Iowa's the Cinderella story. Everybody wants it. South Carolina's going to cut down the nets in the women's game.
I think Iowa will overcome. Caitlin Clark gets her ring.
You think so?
I think so.
We'll see. UConn, though, sneaking in, and there's an NC State team nobody's talking about, don't know anything about them. Now, on the men's side, I'm gonna roll with NC State. Good gracious, I believe in them now. They're unbelievable. Bama, UConn, I can't pick Bama. I just think UConn is going to be too much for them. But what do you say?
I'm saying you don't have enough optimism. Give me the helmet. Give me the Tide. Plus 11.5. Heard it here first.
They went outright?
I think they went outright.
Wow. All right. You say it. Marcus Campbell says it's enough for me. You heard it here first. So